In the Oklahoman newsroom, this is an OU update. I'm Jenny Carlson here with Jason Kersey. Jason, you had a chance to talk to Mack Brown recently, the former Texas coach, and talk to him a little bit about Baker Mayfield. And, you know, a lot of people miss on Baker Mayfield, but maybe most egregious was the fact that Texas, right down the road from Baker Mayfield's high school, they miss on him. And Mack Brown admitted that to you.
Yeah, and he said, you know, there was a lot of Lake Travis High School had produced Michael Brewer and then Garrett Gilbert. He said there was probably a lot of people. He didn't say that he thought this, but he said there were probably a lot of people who thought it was a system there. And that probably didn't help Baker. He didn't quite have the measurables. I mean, you know, we talk about Mack missing on quarterbacks, and we've done that for the last 5 or 6 years.
Everybody loves that topic.
but in this case, everybody missed on Baker Mayfield. I think the reason why people are probably a little bit people in Austin are curious about that is because, like you said, I mean, the University of Texas is 20 or so minutes away from Lake Travis High School.
But we've heard Baker Mayfield say from the outset of his time in Norman how big of a Sooner fan he is. If Texas would have offered, would he even have gone there?
Well, I don't know if he would have. I think that he would have thought about it if they had offered him a scholarship, right, and virtually no one else had. I think the only other FBS school in the state of Texas that offered him a scholarship was Rice, and I think that he would definitely wanted to go to Texas over Rice, and then Florida Atlantic and Washington State. So he wanted to stay in the region. I think he wanted to play in the Big 12. So if Texas had come with a scholarship offer, I think that there's a decent chance he might have taken it.
You know what I thought was interesting? The comment about the system quarterback from Lake Travis. It was a system that had worked pretty well. I mean, Garrett Gilbert obviously struggled at Texas, but Michael Brewer found a home at Texas Tech. What's so wrong with a system quarterback if it's a good one?
Yeah, well, I mean, and the other thing, Michael Brewer wound up losing his job at Tech, transferred to Virginia Tech, wasn't quite as good there. So, I mean, it's not a totally unfair thing to ask, I think. I just think that, and the other thing that Mack did say was that sometimes it's tough to judge intangibles when you're looking at so many guys. Yeah. And you're looking at height, weight, arm strength, you're looking at all those things. Sometimes it's tough to judge the intangibles of these guys that we know Baker Mayfield has now. But, again, he was right down the road.
Yeah, adds to the list of Robert Griffin III, Johnny Manziel, all these guys that went somewhere other than Texas that Mack Brown did not recruit. Hey, be sure to stay with the best coverage team anywhere at newsok.com and every day in the Oklahoman.